Uh-huh.
Want
to see yourself? Right, you got to stand right here. Come here.
kind of feel.
You want me to watch some TV with you? I will be right there. I'm going to be right back, guys. I got a date. What were we doing? What were we talking about? I forget. That was a lot. Okay. Barbies. Oh yeah, we were talking about we were gonna detail out some alts, but first I was setting up the indicators, and I started going down a rabbit hole about how great the MDX indicator. I went ahead and scoot this here. If you're a fan of momentum indicators, such as QQE, stochastic RSI, MACD, RSI, momentum index, even like a RVI, relative vigor index, they're all great indicators, but they all look a little bit like this. RSI, let's strength, all look a little bit like that, and sometimes I could get a little scary to read. You know, it's a little bit jagged. Sometimes you can't really pick up which way in front of momentum changes. If you're a fan of indicators like this, classics that we've all been using, you're going to be a super fan of the MDX indicator. I know I am. So I went ahead here on the MDX oscillator. Try to do this quick. All I did here was superimpose a QQ indicator without it being superimposed on top of the oscillator 5 indicator. This is what it looks like. I'm sure most here has used this or something very similar to it before. Here it is just on its own. Here it is superimposed on top of the MDX oscillator 5. And you can see it provides the same information, except the MDX oscillator just makes it so crispy. So here's the QQE. It's the red and blue with an RSI line, and that line and strength of the move of the candle wick. Actually, if you were to take that out, it could form this ribbon right here. And again, we're on the upswing. We flipped and we came down on our downswing. Here we are on the oscillator. It's just presented in such a crispy, easy to read way. You don't have to squint and strain your eyes and change from time frame to time frame. And it just, here's the 4 hour, and then you go over to the 1 hour, and it just boom, where it's not necessarily obvious what may happen when you switch from time frame to time frame, or if you're switching from asset to asset to asset. These oscillators are so crisp. The information is just presented in such a great way. And then also too, there's check out the oscillators. We could do a whole hour-long video about all the bells and whistles that are oscillators. Mainly just wanted to talk about the ribbon. A lot of people watching this video where you're familiar with market cipher. There's lots of different market ciphers out there. Market Liberator, I think that's a paid indicator, but I think you just have to go to their Discord and just donate any amount of money, $1, $10. There's paid market ciphers. I don't know why anybody would pay for it because it's free. And again, I just superimposed it on top of the MDX oscillator 5 here. If you wanted to use a market cipher style looking indicator, then you could just go to, just type in Fu Manchu. They have the market cipher A, the market cipher B. This is what it looks like without it being superimposed on top. And again, if you're familiar with the market cipher style format, then this will look very, very familiar to you, even if you don't know. Fu Manchu is a free indicator. And again, I just superimposed on top of And again, you could kind of see the oscillator 5 ribbon, Fu Manchu ribbon, or the market cipher ribbon. It's very similar to the QQE ribbon. Let's put in stochastic. So you could kind of see ribbon of another flavor. QQE actually takes some of the same style of, or some of the same kind of calculation as the way that the stochastic actually calculates, its momentum. And I've used all of these, and I've used all of these over the years. I think MDX oscillator ribbons are by far the best. By far the best. Here you can see your qualitative, quantitative ribbon. Kind of see the same ribbon here, except it's decoupled zero line, and it actually rides market momentum wave. This is so mad scientist genius. I'm not really aware of any other indicator that does this. I'm probably wrong, but I do not know of any other indicator. This is like next level genius. And once you start using it, it really does convey so much information that it's just silly. It's just silly how much information is packed into this. My win rate when I started using it for about a year ago just drastically increased. So not only do you have the ribbon, but the ribbon's decoupled and it's attached to, just think of it as a market momentum wave. It's kind of similar to, not necessarily like a Tilson wave, which is also like a momentum or market movement indicator style wave. It is, but it isn't. More like regression bands. Regression bands read a little bit opposite, but central line here. So here's a polynomial regression band, and you can kind of see how it changes from market down, market up, down, red, green, and it kind of does the same here. Green, red, switching over to green, up, red. So as far as I believe it behaves, and if you're used to using or looking at the regression bands, this is super powerful tool to know the market direction. The band, as far as the bands themselves, they behave less like regression bands, much more like. So here you got your, your to. So you can kind of see how you have the contraction here on the MDX oscillator 4. Also have a contraction here on Bollinger Bands, and you have starting a movement up, curvature to the upside here, curvature to the side. This is starting to curve up. There's just so much information packed into the oscillator. So that's the oscillator 4, and that's the oscillator 5. And again, I think most people, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably into quite a few different YouTubers out there that many of them use that market Cipher. All those paid versions that are just clones of each other. There's a lot of people that peddle the paid versions of the market ciphers. When this is this here is the Fu Manchu. If all you want is a free ribbon like this, and all you really wanted was a ribbon, you could just load in the Fu Manchu, turn off everything that you don't want to see because there's a lot of bells and whistles in there. But not my advice. I would definitely get the MDX suite, oscillator 4, oscillator 5. What I really like though too is you get 3 other, or when you get the MDX suite paid indicators, there's the Algo 1 and 2. I usually don't like too many indicators, because more indicators, my win rate goes down. Two I always use are the oscillator 4, 5, the MDX Algo 3, and I mean, other than flashing buy and sell signals, it has a lot of signals on the chart. Here, RSI, on balance volume, and MFI, money flow index. Those indicators switch to the downside. Um, and it also, you could have color coded candles. I mean, it's really the cat's meow. Man, we were gonna outline some alt charts. I got sidetracked with a little bit of Barbie and watching some YouTube. You know, um, but let me. I think we have enough here for about a 10-minute video. Most of my videos that I post, I'll be using indicators for the most part. So just a little quick, this is what I'm using, and I'll post. I'm not sure of the rules. I'll post a link to where you can get them, and hopefully I don't get canceled by YouTube. I'm not sure why or how I got canceled before. I kind of want to walk on eggshells, but for those, we're refiring up the YouTube channel under a new name. It took me forever just to get another YouTube channel. They kept on denying. But most of my trades, I'm going to be posting them with or using the MDX indicator. But oh, shit. Sorry guys, got some poker games starting, and apologies. So if I post a trade setup, the indicator. So just wanted to make a quick little video to let you, very fast introduction to what you're going to be looking at in the future. So thank you so much. I'm going to go play some poker. I'm going to put this video up, and good luck in the trades.